Okay, so today I'm going to be doing something a little different. I'm going to be doing an unboxing and talking a little bit about dash cams in particular. Been doing a lot of research on them for quite a while now, and wanted to get a good one that was specifically for what I wanted in truck driving, which can differ from a car for sure. So the one I picked was the Viofo, is what they call it, Viofo, and it's a 4K 30 frames per second dash cam. And the model is the A129 Pro Duo. And it's a pretty good dash cam. I mean, I wouldn't say it's the top one, but it's definitely in the lower end of the top, I think, as far as I can tell. But it's got the Sony sensor on it, and with Sony, everything I've ever had with Sony has been good, especially when it comes to like video and that type of thing. Matter of fact, the camera I'm using now is a Sony camera, and just, they're just good. So let's see what this thing has here. One of the biggest things that was important to me was the sensor, which, and that's the reason I said Sony. It's a Viofo, but it uses a Sony sensor, the IMX317, and then that's for the front 4K camera, and the rear camera is the IMX 291. And I know that doesn't mean much to people. These are just numbers. Just know that what's important is you can get that detail when you need it. For me, I'm thinking I want to be able to see the license plates in the dark, and they have what's called super night vision on this. I mean, everybody has something on their dash cam, but I've looked at the reviews and they're pretty good. Not bad at all, actually. Also another feature that it has is it's got Wi-Fi. You can transfer files using the app, and 5 gigahertz and 2.4. Again, probably just numbers to most people. Just know that 5 gigahertz is, with that, you're going to get a transfer rate to get the video on your phone much faster. It has a parking mode. I'm not really into that. To me, it seems like for truck driving, it just wouldn't be a thing, that I'd be really into. Time lapse, an event or something like that, like the car was bumped or someone's trying to break the window out or whatever. It'll end up recording for like 30 seconds after and 15 seconds before. Cool feature. Not really a thing for me. It's got GPS, and GPS is what's important about that is it'll do the speed that you're at and the direction you're going. If it's something you would land up in court for, I mean, that's probably really important. And so these are just some of the features it has. So let's go ahead and get to it here. So here it is in the box. Now they're saying what's in the box. You get the camera, the front camera, which is the main unit, and you get the rear camera. You're getting a cable. They say 6 meters. I think that's something like 20 feet, 18, something like that. And again, the rear camera may seem weird for a truck, but I have some other plans for that. One of the things that people use that for is like if you're a Lyft driver or an Uber driver and they can put it on the inside of the vehicle. Well, I thought of using it for the same thing for the inside, either looking at the mirror, on the driver's side, or maybe even doing some videos with it. I don't know. I'm going to test it out. So it comes with a car charger, which you can plug into the cigarette lighter with a car charger, or you can get the hardwire kit, which it doesn't come with it. Hardwire is kind of important if you're going to use the parking mode. Again, not really a thing I'm into. And the main reason for that is it doesn't use a battery. It uses a capacitor. And that's a good thing, because with high heat, if the doors are shut and you're in a hot parking lot or the sun's blaring through the window, or maybe you're in a really cold region, below zero, that kind of thing, you're not in the truck, the capacitor will not overheat, or I don't know what it'd do if it got too cold, but basically a capacitor will keep working. Batteries, they don't do well in those extreme things. So that's why you need the hardwire kit, because it would last longer, you know, if you're going to be in parking mode. What else comes with it? Mini USB cable, GPS module, which they say is a con because the GPS is actually a separate unit that kind of snaps onto it. To me, that doesn't seem like a bad thing because if it went bad or anything happened, you could just replace it. But, you know, whatever your thing is. Edge removal kit, basically putting the cords away and things like that. 3M sticker, there's 4 of them. That's where you stick it onto the window, and then some static stickers so you can, I guess, take static off. I don't know, maybe get, I don't really know what that's for. So let's go ahead and take a look here. So here it is, and let me go ahead and slide it out of the box here and see what we got. Something about open up packages that is just fun. If I could just get it open here. So what do we got here? So I'm assuming this would be the rear camera here. Take a look at that. So it's much smaller than I thought it was, which is good. So this would go on the back window or wherever you're going to put it. You see they got the protective things over the lenses I'll have to pull off. Sticky pad here so it sticks on the window. And then you plug in right here the cable. And so there's that. Let me see what else we got here. Here's the main unit. It's just amazing how much smaller it is in person. Same thing, except for this is the main unit. And one of the cool things that this has is it actually has a cooling system. I guess there's a little fan in here or something. So it has that in addition to keeping it cool, because, you know, in the window it can get blazing in there. Plug in your rear cable here. You have an audio video spot here if you want to use that. I think the USB is so that you can hook it to your computer, but I don't really see the use in that when you could just take the card out or use the app, but it's there if you want it. It has a 2-inch display, which a lot of these things don't have that. People just rely on an app. And for those people that they're not really into using their phone or an app, kind of cool. You'll be able to control it here. On the side here, put the micro SD in, which, by the way, micro SD, yeah, it'll take up to a 256 gigabyte, which you got to get the good ones. And they're not, I'll tell you, they're not cheap. I think this was like, with tax and everything, it was like $32 because they got to be fast. It's 4K footage, and you know, it needs to be a great card. So I would recommend, I mean, you can get a smaller card, but the speed at which the card goes, this is an A2. And I've got several of these and they work quite well. Excuse me. So then you have your mic here. And then the R here is for reset. If you want to reset the whole unit and, like, I guess start over setting it up. So what else do we have here? We have the manual that it comes with. I'm sure you can pull all this stuff up online too. Read before installation. Oh yeah. No, we're not good at that. We don't read things. We just try it, and when it doesn't work, then we're disappointed. I think these are screen protectors. No, maybe not. They're pretty big. Maybe these are the anti-static. Yeah. Clear the windshield, get all the static off of it. And so basically, so it adhesive here works best on the window. So that's what that's for. So in here, what do we have? We have more sticky pads, which is cool. Here's the cable for the rear camera. Like I said, it's 6 meters. I think was that 18 feet? More than enough, you'd think. Mini USB cable. They have these little clips here, so you can clip adhesive these onto the window or wherever, and then you can run the cables through them, so I kind of keep it tight. they give you a, oh, if I can get it out, there we go. So you can put, this is like an adapter, so you can put the SD card in there, and then you can run it in your computer, but I've already got all that. The tool here for around trim and that, trying to get the cables in. And then here's our charging cable here. So in the box is supposed to be the GPS. So that is already attached here, but you can snap it off. And I don't know how that quick release works off the top of my head. I would imagine it. Well, I don't want to break it. But so that's what this unit is here. And they say there's a quick release, but I don't know how it works exactly. Looks like it just slides straight off. I can see where the slides are here, but so that's what's in the box right there. And so I'm going to try this thing a couple different ways, see how I can use it. You know, one of my main reasons I got this was 4K and the night mode. I mean, it really makes a difference. I want to be able to see the detail and all that. Also, I think you can do up to 10-minute loops. You can run this on loop mode where basically it just records back over the top of itself after 10 minutes. I know they have a Bluetooth button that you can buy, like a remote. It's just like a one-button thing, and basically what that means is that you can just capture a video, you know, and then it safely puts it away. I suppose if you're discombobulated in an accident, maybe you want something so simple where it's just one button. I didn't get that, but I did get the polarizing circular lens for the glare of the sun and everything. But that won't be here for a couple more days, which that will mount right back here on this. And, you know, that way reflection on the window and that kind of thing doesn't become a problem. But, yeah, there it is. You know, as far as the truck driver goes, I have a feeling this would be the better one. Just for the simple fact of that night vision. Oh, you know, and there is one more thing I do want to mention about this. And they don't mention it, but I had to do some research to find out. Basically, when you want detail, when there's action, and I mean, what else is a dash cam, but it's capturing action like all the time. You want bitrate. And I looked it up. I can't remember exactly the number on the bitrate, but it's double the bitrate you can get out of most any other dash cam. And the reason why that's important, it's like if you're watching football and they do the instant replay and you want to see all that detail when that guy's getting hit or he's catching the ball. And as it's going through, you don't want it blurry. You want to be able to make out everything, the ball, the player, their faces, whatever it is. Well, you need high bit rate in recording to get that kind of thing. And that's what this thing has. It has the higher bit rate. Makes a much larger file size, but it's well worth it. And I'm kind of a tech person, so that caught my attention right off the top. So there you go. There's the unboxing of the the A129 Pro Duo. And yeah, I want to do some testing on this, and I will come back with some footage and talk about it. But overall, this seems like a really good dash cam. Matter of fact, the reason I got turned on to this was there was a truck driver on another YouTube channel that actually he had gotten an accident, or somebody cut him off and he basically hit him from the rear. Nobody got killed or anything or hurt, but basically it saved him, you know, in court, to where it was obviously the driver's fault. Without the camera, it wouldn't have gotten proven. It would have just seemed like he was, you know, rear-ended the vehicle in front of him. And it was the same type of camera, but it wasn't this model. And that's what got me to look it up. And I thought, you know, I'm just going to give it a try. So I'll let you guys know. I'll do some testing. I'll show you the footage, and we'll check it out. All right. Catch you guys next time. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell.